this and you clicked on this video, you know what's gonna happen.
Man, this time of year sucks. Being single while everyone's just staying home with their loved ones. Although that might just be because of the pandemic. Still though, it sucks to be alone.
Hello?
Hey, is this that Wumbo feller what that reviews them dang video games?
Yeah, who the hell is this?
Hi, I'm Patrick. Welcome to I'll Review Anything.
Yeah, you're that purple alien dude that keeps popping up in my recommended videos. How's it going today?
Well, despite my old age, I am still just a virgin with rage. Heard you had a similar issue.
You mean being single around this time?
Kind of.
I guess?
Well then, my boy, do I have a game for you. Behold, the ritzy, the magnificent, the thin, everyone's chinning about, HoneyPop.
Fuck no, I'm not reviewing this smut. You find someone else do this.
Do it, or I'll kill everyone that matters to you.
No! Not my cat!
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Your cat. Oh, look how cute it is. Who's the goodness, little sweetest little baby kitten? Who's the goodness, sweetness little baby? Anyways, review HoneyPop, or just little sweetness and pie, just diddly witty, yes he is. Yes he is. Oh, he loves.
Fine. Let's take a look at HoneyPop.
Well, we're finally here. First time I'm basically reviewing porn, or hentai in this case. If you don't know already, HoneyPop is a game where it's half dating sim with anime girls and half puzzle game. Interesting combo. Anyways, what the hell is this game and why did it become so popular? Well, let's get back to the development of the game. This game was made by someone named HoneyPot or HoneyDev. Okay, so there's not much information regarding who made this game to begin with, but I know this game first started off as a Kickstarter back in 2013. Now, I wasn't aware about this game until it came out, so I had no idea if the game met its deadlines or if the creator was talkative on Kickstarter, given that Kickstarter games have a bad reputation of being, well, not being made. But 2 years later, the game dropped and people freaked out. But why did they freak out? Why were there so many playthroughs of this game, have a spin-off, and even the sequel that just dropped this month? Well, let's get into the actual game to find out. You play as either a male or a female, and you have a case of being an awkward piece of shit. Like me! This game takes place in a world where people are instantly infatuated with you by your sexy puzzle skills.
Just like in real life.
You're just mad because puzzles hurt your small brain.
Shut up.
So yeah, this game is half dating sim and half match-free puzzle game, taking influence from games such as Columns and Bejeweled, but with anime titties. Okay, so let's get into the plot of this game. Your main dude is at a bar one night where he's greeted by a sexy anime girl in a red dress. You're not the best at talking with people, but she says she'll see you later. Later that night, a love fairy named Kiru, who was the girl in the red dress, is tasked with helping lonely pieces of shit like you and becoming the walking embodiment of sexiness, otherwise known as a Chad. Then you go around the small town introducing yourself to different women who happen to be in your area, and you go on dates and, well, lack of a better word, your goal is to have sex with them. And, that's pretty much the plot.
I feel dirty just saying that.
Did someone say sex?
Fuck that.
I guess I should talk about the girls you interact with. At first you have 8 characters, and then you unlock 4 more by either sleeping with everyone or buying certain items and going somewhere at the right place at the right time. All the girls you meet are in some way a stereotype. You have the sexy teacher named Akeo, the gamer girl Nikki, who's also socially awkward and works at a coffee shop. Why do I have a feeling this is what the developers think the audience is? The socially awkward Belly, Tiffany the squirrel girl, Jessie, the porn star, who also happens to be Tiffany's mom, the fuck? Lola, the forgettable outgoing stewardess, Kiana, the young mom who has a lot of baby daddy drama, and finally, Audrey, the bitch who loves hating everything and doing drugs. As you can tell, this was my least favorite of the main girls. But after you sleep with at least one of them, you can start dating Kiru, who completely breaks the fourth wall when you talk to her, and has some of the best dialogue in the game.
The whole love fairy thing doesn't ring a bell?
And after you sleep with everyone, you can start dating Venus, a fucking love goddess. You also have Momo the cat girl and Celeste the alien as unlockable characters.
Like, what the fuck is this game?
What are you talking about? This is some grade A storytelling right here.
Yeah, if you're like 13 and into hentai.
I'm 35, thank you very much.
Okay. My bad.
Alright, so in this portion of the game, you ask these girls questions on getting to know them, like, what's their favorite hobbies, where do they work, and, their bust size. Your quiz on seeing if you're actually paying attention to these girls, showing that you really care about these virtual people. Or, you could just look it up. You also have to answer some questions based on the girl's personality. Since the character you play as is basically a blank slate with no opinions on what's going on, you have to make the best judgment on what to answer for these questions. You have to figure out what these girls want to hear, rather than what you believe in. Like Jesse asking about white lies being a good or bad thing, or Akeo asking the best place to do your business. You're basically lying to these people just to get in their pants.
Which is surprisingly realistic if you put any amount of thought into that.
Shh, don't think about it.
So, why do you need to ask these questions? Well, to get honey, of course. Honey is used to upgrade your traits so you can do better in the puzzle sections of the game. You need to upgrade these traits or else you're up shit's creek. You can also get more honey by giving each character certain items or getting them drunk. What the fuck? You also have the girl tracker on your phone, which can show where each girl is at any time during the day. This is also the only way to progress time during the day, which leads to my first nitpick. Why isn't there a way to fast forward time so you can talk to a certain girl at a certain time? Like, you can only sleep with someone if it's on your 4th date and only at night. If it's a day date, it doesn't count. And if you're trying to get the 2 hidden characters, it has to be at a certain place at a certain time. And it could get annoying since you have a small chance of that happening. To back up a bit though, let's go on the game's presentation. The voice acting for each girl, even though I don't really care for the dating sections, is actually quite good. Except Jessie might sound a little bit, too much sometimes.
I'm 5 feet and 7 inches of love, baby.
And Audrey is just, annoying.
I'll tell you what. If you're lucky, maybe we can go get high sometime. You down?
The music is pretty good too. Simple, but relaxing. Graphically, this game looks like it could be played on someone's phone, with the exception of the photos each girl sends, which gets more, lewd as the game goes on. And some of the facial animations, while looking simple, sometimes a little weird, like Jessie's face right over here. But the menus aren't confusing, in fact it's very simple and clean.
So far, I don't get it. Like, why are people into this game?
Well, I mean, people are into it for the gameplay. Talk about the gameplay.
Yeah, I should get into that. So after you ask each girl if they want to go on a date, they of course say yes, even if you're being a dick to them. Lovely. Once again, this is a match 3 puzzle game with a bit of a twist. First off, let's get into the icons. The 4 main icons you're going to be matching are lust, talent, flirtation, and romance. And depending on which girl you choose to date, they're going to like and dislike one of these traits over the other, making it essential to find the right icon at the right time. You can match 3 icons, but matching 4, 5, or even a corner match can nab you some extra points. Matching 3 of the golden bells also gives you an extra turn. You always start out with 20 turns at the start of each date, and you can gain more of these. The pink hearts increase the amount of points you get with each match. It's pretty much essential to get these at a certain point to survive. The purple broken hearts are, well, just that. You don't want to match these or else you lose points. Like I said before, you can upgrade the amount of points these icons give you as a traits menu, where you spend more honey to increase the amount of points you can get with a certain trait, or decrease the amount of damage a broken heart match can have. The last major thing I want to talk about is date gifts. Now, these are pretty much mandatory in late games. With these, it can pretty much change the tide of any date. Like having an item where it can increase the amount of turns by matching 4 more icons, or having all the broken hearts change into bells so you can get more moves. You use sediment tokens to use any of these items to begin with, so picking the right date item for each date is pretty damn essential. You get more date gifts while giving one of the girls a certain item. Unfortunately though, it's randomized on what you get, so this could lead you into a pretty crappy situation sometimes. I really only noticed this on the last day I did here with Lola. It took forever to do, considering I didn't have any date gifts that would increase the amount of icons she likes, in this case romance. And after so many tries and cranking down the difficulty, I barely made it, so there's a little bit of RNG when it comes to this game. Yeah, when the game does this, it's kind of bullshit. But aside from this one date, the overall puzzle aspect of the game is surprisingly deep.
This was the last thing I would expect from this game, especially since this game is full of smut.
You got something against smut?
No, you do you for all I care. You do whatever the fuck you're into. It's just that the whole dating aspect of the game doesn't really interest me.
So, there's a good game under the smut.
Yes!
Then you'll be happy to know that they combine both those aspects when you have sex, just like in real life. Ah, the clitoris. Nature's Rubik's Cube.
Which could lead to things that I'm pretty sure I'm not allowed to show on YouTube. But the main difference when it comes to this part of the game is that you can't fail, unlike real life. Under all the anime titties and lying through your teeth just to get laid, there's a solid puzzle game that's surprisingly good, even with little RNG. The whole dating aspect of the game though, while funny at points, especially with Kiru, kinda negates the gameplay of it. At the same time though, I'm sure no one would have heard of this game to begin with unless it had the dating to begin with. So it certainly caught everyone's attention when it first came out. That being said though, I can only really recommend this game if the dating aspect interests you, because that's pretty much half the game right there. As for me, yeah, this isn't my thing. Seriously, if someone could just port the puzzle part of the game without the dating aspect, then I would play it, preferably on my phone.
Well, that was that. Hopefully this video doesn't get demonetized.
He says, as if he makes money on YouTube.
That is true. But I learned something here today. Maybe I don't need someone else's affection to help me, rather I need to learn to love myself before I start seeing someone. This game certainly helped me with that.
Wait, are you virtue signaling just so people don't question why you covered HoneyPop?
Yeah, pretty much. Alright, thank you for coming on the show, man. Now, get the fuck off my computer.
It'll never happen. I've spent the entire last year on Discord due to COVID. I don't even remember what the sky looks like anymore, what rain feels like, the sound of wind.
That was weird. But if you like what you see here and you want to see more from me, please subscribe. I'm about to hit 200 subscribers. I know that isn't that big of a milestone for like YouTube standards or anything like that, but for me, it's a nice little personal milestone, and I'm going to be doing something a little special here. Something I probably should have covered a long time ago. But thank you guys for watching, stay safe, and have a great night.